Okay, so I'm having a freaking mental breakdown because oh my gosh, I freaking like accidentally honked my horn, and then like 2 people were staring at me like, what the crap, man? And I'm like, yeah, no, I know, right? That's how I feel right now. Like, why is life being this way? I'm not starting off the week very good, to be fair. I am freaking the crap out. I have been since last night. Only reason I'm even able to handle anything right now is freaking by the grace of God. I'm not just saying that like literally, like it's the only reason right now that I can even it's crazy. Everything's crazy. I hate being I hate crazy. I don't know why driving stresses me out the most. Like, out of things that give me anxiety, it's mostly driving and work, which you would think it wouldn't, but there's so much like there's so many weird things that just happen while you're driving. Like everything. And so it kind of freaks me out. And I'm not sure how to I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. My allergies have been going nuts. I need to not freak out about stuff like that. The world is not entirely about not offending others. It's how my brain perceives it. I am constantly afraid of offending other people. And it doesn't make sense to me. If I could stop, I would, but I can't. It's so hardwired into my brain that I try to not, and then it just... Especially driving, you need to be worried about not offending other people, because there's so many other people around you that are just waiting to be offended, and that sounds stupid. That's how my brain perceives it. That's not even true. There's just a lot of people, and eventually you're going to offend someone. And I hate everything. I don't hate everything. That's not true. I love Alton, and I love my pets, and I am thankful that I have a job. Most days I like it. Some days I don't, because of the people that, like, the interactions that occur, again, because it's like driving. Do I like driving? Yes. I find it quite calming. Most of the time, until something happens. Like, the circumstances where I get the most anxiety are things that I actually enjoy, but there's just so many interactions that I'm afraid of them. It's weird. I'm like afraid of driving, but I like it. I'm afraid of going to work, but I like it. But I'm just constantly afraid that I'm going to do something wrong, and that's not how I should be living my life. I've been trying to rewrite stuff in my head. You know, the whole, every time I think it, no, that was a mistake, mistakes happen, you're a normal human being who makes mistakes, stop freaking out. And maybe that last part I shouldn't be saying, because that's not a good part. It's really clear today. It was very stormy yesterday. I don't know if it'll get stormy. I say it's really clear. It's clear over Cedar. You like see big clouds in the distance, but they're like white big clouds, so I'm not too worried. Well, more than I usually am. It'd be nice if we got some rain. Apparently, the freaking city is too big for anything to actually work water-wise. I'm like, it'd help if the city watched how much water it's putting onto its things, because it's allowed to water its stuff in the time that we're not allowed to water stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're saying that the drought is warming up the water and evaporating it and it's pointless to do all that stuff, well, maybe city, you should watch your water a little more. It's my own personal opinion. Because we run off of an aquifer, and there's not a forever amount of it. I mean, theoretically there is, because, you know, water runs back down into it from the ground. It's groundwater. But you have to recharge it. Like, that sounds weird. It makes it sound like a battery. Gosh. I am too far forward. Lovely. Yeah, so I'm already having a day. I'm not particularly looking forward to it. I've already freaking bitten myself once after the whole honk thing occurred. It's a bad habit I started at Walmart. Well, I guess I say I started at Walmart. That makes it sound like I'm blaming it on Walmart. I'm not blaming it on Walmart. I started it a few years ago, biting my knuckles. And it's not a good thing to do, like right here. Bite my fingers. But I don't know what to do in the stress of the moment, and I have nowhere to put that energy, and so immediately my brain turns to I need to hurt myself, and it's not a good thing, but that's sometimes just what happens. I'd prefer to not hurt myself. It'd be great. Today's definitely a paranoid day. I feel like everyone in the entire world is watching me. There's actually no one here, but my brain still thinks there is. Even if I was, like, they wouldn't think I was weird. Like, I don't know. I'm here a minute or two early just so I can sit and try to unwind. Because I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can go into that building and help out Amy and not be afraid of my coworkers and not be afraid that that's the one I struggle at. That one coworker is gonna pull me aside and yell at me again when she has no right to. My husband says I should file a thing for like workplace harassment, but I'm too scared to do that, and she's better talking to people than I am, and it's just not good, because I think my brain is already in fight or flight mode from last night and the beginning of today. It's just been working up to it, and that's not the best place to have my brain in right now. Because that means that I'm going to be thinking that I need to run away from everything all day and to hide from everyone all day. Not like physically, like I'm not gonna go hide in the bathroom the entire day. That's not something you can do, because that's not a logical thing to do. Doesn't mean I wouldn't want to. Heck, right now, I don't even want to go in there, because my brain is just stuck in this flight mode, where I want to go and run away and hide in the corner of a parking lot, sit in my back seat, cover up so no one can see me, and hide, and that doesn't make sense. The logical thing to do is to be like everyone else, and to go in, and to work. But that's really hard. Well, it's time to go in. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm on the edge of a freaking panic attack. Marissa didn't even talk to me today, but I'm still freaking out. I'm trying to not look at her because she keeps coming up to me asking why I hate her and why I keep glaring at her, and I'm not trying to do that, and I just get, I don't know. And I asked, and nobody wants freaking medical notes, but then they complain and say I need to give them medical notes, but then I get medical notes and they're like, oh, actually it's fine. It's like they just want to freaking cause me the freaking stress and trouble. I'm freaking losing it, man. I can't. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm on double anxiety meds right now, and I can't even do that. Freaking out. I'm gonna get a little grip because this case is just a little too big and it likes to fall out of the used to be perfect spot. But this one's a little bigger, so I'm just losing my mind, basically. I don't know if I can make it to the end of the year. I want to make it to the end of the year. That's what I'm talking about. See, it keeps doing that. But this helps me feel better. I've been sweating a storm everywhere. I don't even know what to do anymore. The car's shaking. Is there a way to get it to not shake? I don't know why it's shaking. Ooh, that looks nasty crash. Alright. I mean, if my car got crashed into, I'd still drive it around too. Which, with how things are going, you know, I feel like I'm barely on the brink of being able to, like, this is the only thing calming me down right now. But didn't know the way home, I don't think I'd be able to drive. But sometimes I just need to get home, and I don't have much of a choice. That's just how things are. Got my blood work done. I need to call the doctor about it. Oh, I thought this thing didn't have a freaking wheel on it for a second. There's a guy with a trailer bed in front of me, but it's extended like way out. And it's wiggly, and it's kind of scary looking. But I thought it didn't have wheels for a second, like on the back of it, like it was missing a wheel. But then it turned, and I'm like, no, that's just what it looks like. At least he's got the lights plugged in. I mean, like, at least that's something. It's just a little scary looking. We've got traffic up our wazoo here. That's nice. It's nice to have traffic up our wazoo. I'm gonna roll the window down. Get a little breeze going in here since I'm stress sweating. Oh, lovely. Just a lovely, wonderful trip. Going 5 miles an hour up Main Street here. It might be 10, actually. Ooh, love it. Don't know why we've got it blocked off. I don't see construction. Well, that's definitely construction, but that's like in someone's lot. That's not on the road. That noise. I love noises. No, I don't. It was... Everything was way too much today. I freaking couldn't do anything. I did manage to resist the urge to self-harm by biting my knuckles, or, you know, like poking myself or scratching myself, or like, when I say poking, I mean like I take a pen and like pull it into myself until I'm red. Anyway, I did manage to keep that out and not do that, so that's good. Still don't know what this is about. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why you needed that much room to do it, buddy, but I'm glad you're doing it. I think they're replacing the old telephone lines, which were nasty, so I mean, I'm glad they're doing it. They were nasty and scary looking, so I'm glad they're doing it. Like, for real. I thought those things were going to kill someone. I think they're also putting in some new lights a bit more, which is nice. Because our lights suck. Some of them still suck. Like, the people who bought these ones, I'm like... I mean, I know the saying is kind of stupid, like, they don't make them like they used to, but sometimes it's true. And in the case of these street lights, it's true. Because, yeah, the old ones were bad. But these new ones aren't doing necessarily any better. The bulbs are out just as much of the time. And I'm paying money to put them in. You know, so... Next weird trailer man. I'm just... I don't know. I can do it. I can do this. We're gonna go home. We're gonna eat. We're not going to do anything other than just chill out. If I can eat. I'm so stressed, I don't know if I can even get anything down right now. Because that's how my stomach's been. My stomach has been clenched the entire day. Basically, it's like, okay, this might be a little bit TMI, but when I get really, really anxious, it feels like I'm, like, going to throw up and constipated at the same time, but nothing happens. And so, because my muscles are just so tense in my entire core area, and so I hate it, because I feel nauseous, but because my stomach's like all clenched up muscle-wise, but nothing happens, and so that results in me feeling like nauseous a lot of the time, especially when I'm anxious, like right now, and I feel like I'm going to throw up, and it's not very nice. It's not very nice at all. Construction's ended, so I guess that's good. I think this lady's gonna try and go sideways, so... Oh, of course. This guy in front of me. thought the person in front of me was gonna go, and then they didn't, and then I'm like sitting here halfway on the crosswalk, and it's not the best idea. I say halfway on. I wasn't too bad on, but I should have been further back until that guy was for sure gone. But I thought he was gonna go, and then he didn't. And now, I'm just waiting for the buttload of traffic that Cedar was never meant for to go by. Part of me is like glad Cedar's getting bigger, and, you know, like, there's things that are good that come with being a big city. And then there's this bullcrap, where we don't have enough water for how many people we have. We don't have enough space. We don't have enough, I don't know, we got space, but like for subdivisions, but like we don't got enough city space, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like I could have gone there. It's that guy, I don't know what he's doing. This one I can do. This one I can do. I'm gonna do this one. I had to do this one because it's yellow. This guy's gonna follow me. And I kind of don't blame him after what this day's looked like, and it's not giving us any green arrows. And sorry, the traffic is a nightmare, because these roads are too small for what Cedar was built for most of the time, at least on Main Street, because Main Street goes everywhere, and so everyone goes on the Main Street, but it gets really, really sucky. And so they put in these arrows that don't go half the time. I am glad they go, there's one down the way by work that the school one always works, which I'm glad, because they knew they had to program it to just always go, because there were parents that were going to be ticked. You know, 8 a.m., no one can go. That'd be awful. But something that is good is the lilacs are out blooming, and that's kind of fun. You know, so even if our parking lot road looks like the devil and it feels like a roller coaster because it's old and gross, I got lilacs to smell when I get back here.